Hey guys, so it's Friday evening and I wanted to give you guys an update on my TTC journey. So I know that I haven't really shared much recently because, well, there's a lot been going on in my life and my personal life as well as my work life, and I've been traveling and just doing a lot recently, so I haven't had a chance to just sit down with my thoughts and come to you guys with an update. So my husband and I have kind of been planning this, prepping for this for probably about a year now. I knew that I wanted to try and get pregnant around this time of year for a while because I wanted a specific due date or month, that is, and I wanted a certain age gap between my kids, and I knew that this was kind of like the perfect time of kind of what I wanted. So we've been planning it, prepping it, and I've been preparing and just felt really ready for it. And then when we started and it became real, I got this overwhelming feeling of anxiety and fear because of my past with pregnancies, the hard high-risk pregnancy that I had with my daughter Emery. If you guys don't know about that, I just kept getting a lot of diagnosis, and the only easy part about that entire situation was honestly the labor and delivery, but the recovery was very hard, very intense, and so was the pregnancy itself. If you want to know some more information about that YouTube channel I go into full detail on it, and I go into some detail on my TikTok like way back in 2022. I won't get into that here. And then we did have 2 previous pregnancy losses before we had our daughter. With all of that, it's very scary to get pregnant again or try and get pregnant again after going through the situations that I have been in. And those of you that have been through that situation or know someone who's been in that situation can kind of relate or know what I'm talking about, and that fear and that anxiety that comes with it is very hard, that I wasn't expecting. It's something that I wasn't ready for because I thought that I was ready. I had planned and I had prepped and I had prepared, and I was like, where is this coming from? I will say that my daughter's pregnancy was a faith-based pregnancy, so I wasn't terrified. I mean, I was, but I was giving that pregnancy to God, and yes, I had my moments. Yes, I did fall into fear, but I overcame it very quickly. And this one was different because I went into her pregnancy and went into her, like, finding out. I had this very calming feeling. I just knew that it was God's time, it was God's will, it was His plan, and that everything was going to be okay, even though it was very difficult and very hard to have to deal with the things that we dealt with. Going into this TTC journey, I think that I overplanned, overprepped, maybe overprepared, and didn't stop to think and relish in it and just really pray about it and give it to God. I kind of was just sitting there and was like, nope, this is what I want, this is my plan. I am a type A personality for sure. I like to plan, like to prep, like to make sure everything is organized and ready to go. So I think that I was so focused on that aspect of, now it's time, we're gonna start trying, it's time right now, and like actually focusing on, ovulation and all that kind of stuff, because I didn't track that stuff with Emery. We kind of just went for it and it happened. So with this one, I've been tracking for the very first time, like actually actively trying doing a TTC journey. I've never done before. We just kind of let it happen the past 3 times or twice. That was my cat. The second one was a accident. We didn't think that we could get pregnant because we didn't know that I could ovulate after I miscarried that fast. So that one was not planned. It was scary that I had this fear, and it was just coming out of nowhere. So that's kind of what I had been working through for a few weeks. I've been past it for a little while now, but for maybe 3 weeks to a month, I was very anxious about trying and about getting a positive pregnancy test and about actually taking a pregnancy test, because if you guys have been following this or you have seen my other TikToks, you can see that I have, I've bought pregnancy tests and I wanted to test, but I've been scared and like really terrified to test, and then it's real, and then what if I don't feel any better? What if I'm just as scared? working through that fear, working through that anxiety, I'm finally in a place where I'm ready again, where I'm actually ready. Not prepped it so you think that you're ready and then you start doing it and you're like, wait, what? Where did this come from? This time I definitely feel like I'm there, and I have worked through that fear and I have worked through that anxiety, and I have been able to settle those nerves that come with getting pregnant again after dealing with the losses and the high risk and the scary pregnancy that I did have. And I am just going to trust in God and lean on my faith like I have in so many other instances in my past. So that's kind of a little bit of an update of where I've been and where my head's been at, and definitely a lot calmer, definitely a lot more ready than I was last month. Maybe calm someone else's fear out there who's kind of dealing with the same thing in their TTC journey, or even in their pregnancy that they're already in, because trust me, I've been there. I know what it feels like. I know what overwhelming, crippling fear can do to you, and it's not fun. Whatever you believe in, whatever faith or God or thing that you believe in, lean into that, because having that hope and that faith is definitely something that's going to get you through life. Because people that don't have anything, people that don't believe in anything, it's scary because there's like no hope. So I really do hope you believe in something and that you can lean on that for any type of fear that's in your life. This one just connects to me. So that's it for this Friday evening and this update of my TTC journey, and I'll see you in the next one.